So I was on Instagram recently and I was trying to look up a specific person. And when I typed in their name, let's just say the name is Samantha, I saw something very interesting pop. I personally use Instagram for, motivation, inspiration, productive scrolling as much as I possibly can, but also entertainment. When I typed in her name, I saw this different Samanthas coming up. And it was almost as if I was looking somebody up trying to show something and one of my kids was next to me, it would have been so frustrating for me because there were multiple posts of women, but the one thing that I saw that was so crazy was this woman who literally just had her ass to the camera. Her underwear was like below her you could see the whole outline, and she was grinding on the bed or the whatever surface it was. I mean, maybe I'm just living under a rock and I wasn't aware of this, but that's wild. And that's why it goes to say that Instagram is basically OnlyFans, okay? Because I had seen someone react to a video of, I think it was Iggy Azalea and Cardi B, and how they made, I don't know if it was last year or whatever, how they made almost $50 million on OnlyFans. And you think they're doing these crazy things on here, but in fact, after looking at he actually paid for it just for the edifying purposes of it. And she wasn't doing anything crazy on there. So it's just absolutely crazy to see women putting themselves out there like that. Not to say that, it makes it morally right if you're doing it, for money. But, and something prompted me to go on there and be like, and do some digging of my own. Now, I would show you the video, but it's that inappropriate. And it just surprised me and shocked me. And then when I went on to other posts on her reels, literally there were women, you could just see through their whole garments. I've seen things blocked on Instagram from people who are trying to show you how to heal disease using natural fruits, natural diet. I've seen things like that get blocked. Comes to literally seeing vagina and literally seeing breasts and areola, that doesn't get blocked. Yeah, and I even saw, and I probably can't say it in this video, but she looked like she was youth, if that makes sense, okay? Like she was really young. And, that brings me to the Instagram scandal, where basically, I don't know if it was a lawsuit or if it's a continuing, like a lawsuit going on right now, but basically they got caught, basically supporting these hashtags that would help grown adults look up SA, okay, or ST, human trafficking. Let them see these clips of younger people that are not supposed to, what I'm saying? Like basically promoting and not punishing these hashtags, okay, that help people to find that underage situation. So it's absolutely bizarre to me. And I go on to say this because, as being promiscuous is becoming more and more of a degular thing. See this through, Adam 22 and his wife and how their relationship is. You see, women teaching being poly and spreading your love, but you're not looking at the consequences. When you're younger, you don't really look at the deeper, you don't look far ahead, okay? You might fantasize about 3 years from now, 5 years from now, but you're not really thinking about how your decisions impact the future for you. Even with Adam 22 situation, the only people that I see that are going to be dramatically affected, besides the millions of people that in the newer generation who are seeing it and saying, oh, this is normal. This is how it's supposed to be. Is their kids. Like, how do you, or if they just have like one kid, how do you, how do you explain that to your child? I don't even really think they care that, at some point their kid is going to see that. All you have to do is a simple Google search. And that also brings me to another point, which is, the ballet teacher. Okay, the ballet teacher, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a ballet teacher that went viral because she was teaching girls, I think they were like 5 or 6, and they were so disrespectful. They were super disrespectful. They didn't want to sit down when they, told them to sit down. She was basically calling out millennial parents, saying that, they literally have been raising monsters. Like their 5-year-olds want to listen to Pound Town. You know how you have, the classical, calm, revitalizing music, ballet music. No, they want to listen to Pound Town. And I don't think I've heard that song, thank God. And I don't really want to, because I know it's extremely low vibrational, but just the fact that a 5-year-old wants that. Okay. And that leads me to the next point, which your daughter wants to be you. You see that ballet teacher and how she literally would go and explain what's going on with their daughters, and they would straight up say, oh, well, maybe she didn't want to sit there. Why did you enroll her into ballet class? Why did you think if you didn't want her to listen to the instructor, just let her run wild and free then, if she could just do whatever she wants. And that's the type of generation that's being raised right now. And it's just really sad. But yeah, your daughter wants to be you. Like the other day, I had noticed that my daughter was pacing. Now I pace a lot. Okay. I pace when I'm on the phone, when I'm not on the phone, when I'm thinking. I honestly think it's some type of ADHD situation where it's like my mind is constantly racing, and I just feel like I have to move around and be fidgety because it's just hard for me to just stay still when I'm constantly thinking. But I noticed she started to pace too and copy the same things. And I noticed it a few times, but I brushed it off. But then just recently, I called her out on it. I was like, what are you doing? And she says, I'm doing what you're doing. It's your fault. You passed this on to me. And it really was so interesting because yes, your daughter wants to be you. Whatever you're doing, however you're acting, whatever you're saying, she wants to be like you. So these little girls are asking to listen to Pound Town because their mom does it. Okay, because their mom plays that and does not care that they're even in the room. And it's just really sad. And it just brings me to the conclusion that be very mindful about what you post, because yes, everyone is 18 if you live to see it. Everyone is 18, 19, and when you're 18, 19, you don't really think about being 30. You don't really think about being 25. You think you're 18, you're young, and at least in my opinion, from what I've gone through, okay, I never thought time would fly like this, but it's flying. And you need to be careful, because there was even a clip of a corn star, okay, apparently a very popular corn star, and she had a boyfriend and they recently had a son, okay. And she actually openly admitted that she regretted that, people can Google her and see her in these very compromising positions. Okay. Basically, her son could just look up how he came here. And it's very, very, it's sad, because that's ammo. Okay. That's ammunition for his friends. They can easily use that against him and make his life extremely difficult. And even that situation with the younger kid who got caught into this sex scam, that was a completely different thing. But tragically, he deleted himself because he didn't want to get exposed for sexting and all this other stuff. So just imagine the emotional stability of a teenager isn't the greatest thing. These parents, that's being selfish when you're not caring about the fact that your child is about to see you like this. Like, that's extremely embarrassing for any child. And, just be very careful about what you're doing, because especially when you put something on the internet, it's there. It is there. And you have to be very mindful and value your virtue.